Good morning, wonderful people. Very happy to see each and every one of us. My name is Mayowa, but you can call me Mayo of Luabi. And I'm not just here to talk to you about school. I'm also here to shape your perspective as it relates to your journey in school. But not just in school, also on the streets and in something greater and beyond the walls of school. When I first joined the university, I thought coming into the university, the goal of joining the university was to just graduate. But many years down the line, I realized that graduation is just a ceremony and the goal is actually something better and something bigger. The goal is to build something that lasts, build something that serves. The goal is not just to get your grades, graduation. When I was seated like you just many years ago, I just come out of secondary school. I'd bagged my 315 in JAM. I even did SATs. I got admissions in the University of Iowa, mechanical engineering. But for an interesting reason, I turned my back and I faced Unilag geology. And I said, yes, I want geology. And even when I tell my friends that story, they say, you left a whole SAT to come and be breaking rocks. Yes, because without that story, I won't be where I am today. And I can't talk about all that makes me of Luabi without talking about the Luabi dream, or without telling you how I got my funny name, Mayor of Luabi, or why I always wear this filler as my brand wherever I go. But I want to take us back a bit. Coming into the university was not something big. It wasn't fireworks for me. It was just the next phase. After you are done with school, what next is the university. You have to go in. And that leads me to my first message. My first message is you don't have to have everything figured out. You may not be like my cousin, Samuel Ibrahim, who is the departmental president for Department of Pharmacy, College of Medicine. You may not be like him, who had always had a dream that was going to be a medical doctor or be in the medical field. You could be like me, who is just figuring it out. And I think that's one of the interesting things about life, is that life gives you room for discovery. So I want to say here that if that's you, it's not something that should frighten you. It's not something that should make you feel lost. You should rather embrace the journey. Whether you chose geology or not, you should enjoy the journey of discovery. Whatever you discover as you come along the line. That is the first thing. I also want to share with us some of the things that I believe you will learn in school beyond the courses and even the carryovers. Yes, carryovers, because I was putting to you that some of you might have carryovers. And why I'm putting that front is so that when it happens, it doesn't become a setback. You don't feel like a failure, or you don't feel like you need to commit suicide or feel that is the end. That is just something that happens along the line. Some of the things that school will teach you is, I will say, the importance of friendship, the value of people, the friends, your lecturer, the course mate, the friend that reminds you about ATM classes, or the friend that our lecturers are not here, or the friend that signs attendance for you. All of these people, they matter. Another thing that school will teach you is time management, the importance of time management. And sometimes, like me, in a hard way, when I almost missed my exam multiple times, you learn the importance of time management. You learn different things in school. It prepares you for life bit by bit. The summary is that being in the four walls of school, being in this department, it introduces you to access. You get access to information, access to ideas, access to wonderful people. But how you use it, it's left to you. It's in your hands. Everything that you do, everything you find, every program, every class, every opportunity is important and instrumental to laying the foundation for a rock-strong future. What's the theme again? Yeah, so those are essential things that you're going to learn in school. Everything shaped into what I call the Luabi dream, which is part of what has made me, which like I said, I'm still going to share. From being the course rep for, I think, the first 3 years when I was in the department, to being a finance executive at Science Empowerment Day, or even going entrepreneurial when I would sell field trip equipment for my classmates when we are going on field trip. Like I said, it's just a journey of discovery. And I also share some tips which I believe are important for us to imbibe while in school, some of which will include you to learn a skill. Learn one skill that is different from your course. It could be any skill: digital skill, communication skill, tech skill, art skill. Learn a skill. Another thing is join organizations, associations, like you said, because even in geology, no rock stands alone. So associations also matter. And like I said, what is the Luabi dream? The Luabi dream is part of a movement that I want to welcome you guys to be a part of. It's something you can write down. I call it the Luabi dream. The Luabi dream, or someone who embodies the Luabi dream, is an obscure person. Who is an obscure person? Someone that is least likely to succeed. Someone that people might perceive as a failure or non-important. An obscure person who breaks out as a maverick, A maverick is an action taker, an innovative thinker. So the Luabi dream, or someone that embodies the Luabi dream, is a maverick who breaks out wherever they find themselves, and they become a blueprint. They become an example for people to follow, not just by existing, but you occupy and you lead the space as an achiever without compromising on excellence, without compromising on character, without compromising on integrity. So like I said, all of these things are important, because one of the most important seeds you will sow will be in the four walls of this school. And this is the safest way for you to learn, the safest way for you to understand things. So like I said, for you, it might not necessarily be building a business. As you take your academics serious, you also want to build something. The end goal for you should not just be graduation. Build a habit, build a vision, build even a reputation, build a right relationship with God, build a right relationship with people. So that's really all that I just want to say. I just want us to have this perspective towards school, towards life, towards everything that will prepare us for something greater. Call me the mayor of Luabi, but I'm just someone who has just continued to show up and never stop believing. So I'll end with this. Your future might be a mystery, but everything is determined by whatever actions you take today. Thank you.